Window Cleaner is back, and he's talking about pricing. Now, when you are coming up with what it is that you're going to charge your customers, it's very, very easy to fall into the trap of charging the same that you would make as an employee. You're not really making a fair comparison there, because you are not just the employee of your business. You are the owner of your business. You are the person, you are the back office of your business. You are all the infrastructure costs that are part of a competing window cleaning business. If you call them up, they're going to pay somebody an hourly rate to clean the windows at that customer's house, but there's also a salesperson maybe that made that, they got that job. There are advertising people have put the marketing things together. There are bookkeepers. There are the investors that put up the money for that business that want to be paid back. And when you own your own business, you are all of those things. You are the investor. You have made the investment, small though it may be. And you deserve a return on your money. You are the person who is the back office. You are all the infrastructure costs. Now, can you imagine if you worked for a company and they paid, let's say they paid you $12 an hour, and you were pretty happy with that, but then you got back to the office at the end of the day and they said, well, okay, everybody, it's time for you to pony up out of that $12 an hour for the cost of advertising and infrastructure costs. That wouldn't be very funny, would it? No, it would be completely unfair. You are not, as the employee, you don't take the risks in the business that the owner does, and you shouldn't have to pay for them. You don't pay for the advertising. So when you are coming up with prices, wipe out of your mind the idea that you're just supposed to make a certain hourly rate. And I know I've done that. I undercharge people for years and years. I don't even want to think about the thousands of dollars I've lost over the years, tens of thousands of dollars I've lost over the years because I didn't charge people enough, because I was thinking that, oh, if I could just make $12 an hour, I'd be happy. You know, and if I stay busy all the time, then I'll be able to make $12 an hour. No, but don't do this to yourself. Now, what you might want to do is start off by charging $4 a window inside and out. I'm giving you this number. It may seem kind of arbitrary, but do that for a period of about 6 months. And what you'll see is, over a 6-month period of time, you'll gain a certain level of proficiency. You know, I used to get guys that were new in the business who would track me down, and they'd say, "Gee, you know, I need to charge a lot more money than you do because I can't make the same money in a day." And I said, "Well, no, of course you can't. You're not as fast as I am. I'm more competent than you are. Why should you make the same money that I'm making when I'm more competent and quicker than you are?" So I said, I'm not going to. They were always trying to talk me into raising my rate so it would be more fair for them. I mean, really, they did. Over time, I did raise my rates not because it was fair to them, but because it was more fair to me. Yes, I found that I was able to make an extra $50 per job just for the asking, basically. And anyway, when I'm giving you that sort of arbitrary $4 figure, because over a 6-month period of time you can start to work out, okay, what am I making on the job here? And I mean, now that I've been doing this for about 6 months and I kind of know what I'm doing, which is about what it takes, you'll find that maybe if you say, gosh, okay, after 6 months when I'm working a job and I'm timing myself and all that, I see, all right, I'm making about $30 an hour. And I still have a lot of downtime during the week because it's still early in my business, and I still spend a lot of time on that back office stuff, and that's kind of natural. You might want to bump it up $1 a window if you find that you're really, it's really a little too tight. Because I got to tell you, anywhere between $4 and $7 a window seems to be the going rate around the country. A guy came into this town once, and he had a nice shiny truck with a beautiful logo painted on it, and it was one of those trucks that was wrapped in a logo, and he had a better looking website than mine. His cards had a little cartoon image of himself that some artist rendered. It was multicolored, and he on his website he even had he was selling an ebook on how to make big money in window cleaning, and he had just come to my town. In 8 months, I'd put him out of business. And part of it was he was charging so much more than I was, and I had pretty much defined the market in this town. You know, at that time I was paying about I think I was charging $3 a window, and people that would get done by him, if they talked to their friends and neighbors, and they'd say, "Oh, what did you pay?" And they'd tell them, they'd say, "Oh, you got screwed. You should have called Don." And so this guy had a hard time getting repeat business because I had sort of set the price in that area. Now, part of what you got to do is find out what is the going rate in a neighborhood. You know, if you see a house with 40 windows and what you charge for it, try to compare apples and apples. Find out what other people are paying, so you don't find yourself the odd man out. If you think, "Well, I can get $6 or $7 a window," but people are pretty much used to paying, you know, 3, 4, or 5, you might have a hard time. So anyway, there's a lot of detective work that goes into it, but why don't you just start at the $4 level and time yourself, and you'll get to find out just from your customers' reactions whether or not you're charging them enough. Some people will give you extra money. That's usually a good sign. Anyway, have a good day.